One bright thing in the housing economy right now, starter homes. Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, and what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. It's Today in Mortgage. Rich, I got you back on today because you're the expert in all things mortgage and real estate. And I want to talk to you about this article that we were looking at in Redfin today. It says starter homes emerge as bright spot as mortgage rates settle near 15-month low. There's a few things in there I want to talk about, Rich. First, we got this comment in the headline about mortgage rates settling near 15-month low. So talk about where that's at and how this is affecting the market right now.
Interest rates are down. That means that buyers have a little more buying power. But starter homes are now $250,000. That's what they're considering a starter home. And Michael, the last time the average sales price was at or below $250,000 was January of 2009. So that's like forever ago. So
Wow.
Here we are now having to find a starter home at $250,000. Where are you finding these?
Well, that's definitely a good point because if you look in the markets that I'm in here and around Houston, it is hard to find dirt for that amount of money. So talk to me about that discrepancy there. Are these homes available? Where can they find them?
Yeah, well, they're available. They're in small towns. They're in, suburban areas, small pockets. Builders know that these properties will sell, and if they can build them, they will. It's just that there's just not that many. Most
If
of
you
these are going
build
to be condos, that type of townhomes, that type of thing.
That's a good point. There are definitely options out there that's not just the single family home in a neighborhood type situation. So getting into the market is an important factor here. But like you said, those houses are really hard to come by. Builders aren't building enough of those houses. Let's talk about the difference between this starter home price and just the median home price in America right now. And so that's a huge difference. Do you know
Double.
what that number is, Rich, off the
Yeah,
top
it's
of your head?
$518,000.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what the average sales price is today. So
so double.
double.
Yes.
That's why it's
So
so hard. It's just so hard to find those. Again, you're starting to see a lot of crafty developers and builders. They are building townhomes, the
mm,
ones that they're sharing walls and anything they can do within zoning restrictions, because a lot of cities have very, tight zoning regulations, and you can't have so many, within a certain, distance from each other. And a lot of cities, knowing that affordable housing is an issue, they're completely gutting a lot of their zoning regulations. So they're allowing more condos, more townhomes to be built. And that's a good thing for affordable housing.
when we were talking about affordable housing, talking about these starter homes, where do these starter homes lie in proportion to the amount of homes being sold across the board?
It's right around 10%, with active listings at about 20% of all sales. So
Yeah, and that's at 20% active listings year over year growth, and that was in the month of July. And so it's growing in a proportion higher than the rest of the market. And so that's good news for new home buyers who are trying to get into those first homes, who want to put their foot into the real estate market and just really haven't been able to do that in a while. And so seeing some good signs here, Rich, but it's definitely still really tough out there, right?
it's very tough. I mean, with the interest rates at even 6.5%, still very tough for buyers. And that's why they're growing, because there's more people that qualify at 250,000 than there is at 518,000. So as rates come down, that buying ability starts to increase, and we'll start to see increases at 350 and 450 and 500 as soon as rates continue to come down.
Yeah, and hopefully this means that some of those starter home range priced homes are coming back online or being built in, like areas like you said outside of town that people can move to. Maybe not where they want to be initially, but where they're able to buy. And that's a good first step, Rich. You might not find the place that you want in the place that you want it to be in your first at bat. So the last thing on this, Rich, is kind of down the article. It says starter home prices rising more slowly than other tiers as inventory source. So that's also good that, these starter homes, the prices aren't lifting as much. So there's probably a ceiling on what people are willing to pay for this type of home, I
Of course,
imagine.
yeah, there's smaller, Many are attached to other properties. Of course, there are a lot of buyers, but just the ones that are willing to jump into the game right now, where interest rates are and where sales prices are, you just have a limited amount of buyers.
It's definitely good to know how these things are working in the marketplace. And I appreciate all the knowledge that you bring to the table here at the network. And so if you guys out there are interested in learning more about how to be a part of the best network in mortgages, click the grow link below and we'll get you all the information you need to know about network funding. So Rich, before we sign off on this, any final words?
Yeah, I mean, this is great news. I mean, young buyers are buying these starter homes, and reach out to a network funding originator to learn about all the affordable mortgage products that are out there. There's state bond loans, there's down payment assistance, there's a lot of loans that are going to help you get into these homes. So reach out.
Yeah, and for the mortgage professionals out there, it might be a matter of coaching your clients, your buyers through these things. Hey, where are the areas that we can actually find these homes? And just having realistic conversations about that. And I think that's part of what we do well here at Network Funding is build those personal relationships to be able to coach people into finding not only the right home, but the right mortgage product for them to make them successful in that real estate journey. So, Rich, thanks so much for joining us today. Thanks everyone out there for watching, listening. We'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.